On this Thursday morning. Samantha, welcome back on the show.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
You know, I just figured it's kind of a dreary, it's warmer than it has been in a long time, and I figured let's throw in some 90s music today. Let's start jumping a little bit and calling it a good Thursday,
I'm here for it. I'm all for the high energy. It's been much warmer than it has been. Maybe some of you who haven't left the house yet haven't noticed, but we've been doing a lot of work to get ready for the Ice Carnival in the Loop, and trust me, the weather is getting better, and Saturday it's going to be perfect.
I'm telling 45 degrees, almost 50 on Saturday. That's perfect for an outside festival, and it's the 18th annual.
I know. Can you believe it?
It's incredible.
This is a festival that's unlike anything else in St. Louis, and it's kind of funny that we've all been complaining about ice, the past couple of weeks.
That's true.
We are here to celebrate it, and not on the roads. We're here to celebrate it as an art form. So across Delmar Boulevard, there's going to be so many different sculptures representing local businesses. There's going to be some showpieces, even a new, very large kind of like selfie ice wall that will have color in it. We've never done color in our ice sculptures before, so we're really excited to show off some of these pieces and have people come out and see them.
Well, and this is what I think is always great. I mean, you give a full day of activities for the families to enjoy. I mean, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., that's more than, 8 hours of fun right there for everybody. And it's free to attend for everybody that's maybe on this side of the river that hasn't stopped by yet. But what better time to really celebrate ice really than right after this, because you're right, we had a little bit of a comment thing going on with photos on RiverBender where they took photos of their snowed in kind of Saturdays and Sundays, and just seeing the ice, it kind of was just mesmerizing in a way.
It really is. And we still have a little bit of snow here, but most of our sidewalks are cleared. We're working on parking lanes, but a lot of the parking is cleared. So we're really ready to have a big crowd come out on Saturday, but we're going to celebrate. There's still, obviously a lot to do. And like you said, 11 to 7, go to our website. There's things going on all day, and you can see when the live ice carving demo is at 1:00 at Fitz's. The fire dancers are going to be 5 to 7. The drone show, which kind of caps off the day, is at 7 p.m., which is
that's cool.
Incredible. Yes, we brought this last year as the new feature to the event. It was absolutely the most well-received thing that we've done in a long time. So we're bringing it back. There's going to be 200 drones, and They go up into the air. If you haven't seen a drone show before, you definitely want to come, because it's going to be something that just blows your mind. These drones go up into the air. They have different colors on them. They start to form scenes and pictures, and I enjoy it more than fireworks. Plus, you don't have the noise that kind of scares you.
Well, and honestly, and it seems like from what I've been told, because I've never seen a drone show like in person before, but the video doesn't really capture the drone as well as it might for a firework because of just the way the lights are. So apparently it's just more brilliant in person than you could ever see on your phone too.
Absolutely. And when you're thinking about size, you're thinking about like a football field in the air. So you'll be able to see this from, half a mile away on Delmar. So you don't necessarily have to get right up close to Skinker and Delmar, which will be the location of the show. Mm-hmm. You can stand back by Nudo or Magic Mini Golf, and you'll still get an absolutely lovely view, maybe even a little bit better because you'll be able to see more of the show up in the air. So it's really a cool thing.
How long does it last, the show?
So it's going to be a 15-minute show. Last year we did like an 8-minute show, so we're almost doubling the time.
That's awesome.
And they give us like preview renderings to view, which is so cool, so we can approve the designs of the show.
That's awesome.
And I'm watching this in a little YouTube video, and I was like, man, it really does feel longer than it was last year. It really is going to be a great show that's very entertaining. So
well, and also on top of the show, throughout the day, I saw that there's 50 different sculptures to go and take a look through.
Yes, and we'll probably have even more than that because we keep creating new designs with our ice sculptor and putting out more showpieces. So throughout the boulevard, in the 6100 block all the way to the 6600 block, You will have multiple sculptures per block to come in and view, take pictures of, take pictures with. They're all different themes, so there's something for everyone there. It's really cool.
Well, and what honestly blows me away too is just going back to this color ice sculpture, because my brain's not really figuring out how this is supposed to look. Have you seen this yet? Is this new for you when you're going to see it on Saturday?
So I've seen a couple photos, but I haven't seen it in person. And the way that they do the color is by adding colored sand, but it's cool because it gives this layering effect to it.
Whoa.
So it kind of feels like a collage of sorts. Like it's a really cool technique that they're using to make this happen. So I've not seen it in person. Myself, I'll get to see it for the first time on Saturday. So it's exciting.
Well, and take me through some of the ice artists. This is what I think so cool too, because we have the Eagle Festival over here in Alton and the Eagle Ice Festival, and we have a demonstration. But the first time I've seen an ice sculptor in real, it is like the craziest thing to me that you can be so precise with these tools.
I know. I love art, but I'm a 2D artist.
Yeah.
Like I can draw a picture, but do not put clay in my hands. And these sculptors, they really do. They're artists. And so Sean Leahy from Full Spectrum Ice has been doing this a long time. Him and his team provide all of our sculptures for the Ice Carnival, and he actually carves out that live ice demo by hand.
Wow.
And it's always something new every year. So it's a surprise. We don't know what it's going to be. The crowd doesn't know what it's going to be. So you really have to come and see this come to life to, get the full picture of what it's going to be. So.
It's going to be one of those things that if you haven't seen one yet, I highly encourage you to stop by just to watch the demonstration itself, because that really is, like you were just saying, the coolest thing to go see. And on top of that, too, the entertainment that you all provide, it kind of goes back to where we're going with this all family, aspect event, because there really is entertainment for everybody, too. I mean, obviously, for me, the entertainment will be going to see the demonstration, live in progress. But take me through this. Fire performers?
Oh, yeah. So throughout the day, we'll have penguins walking around. We'll have stilt walkers.
Wait, you have real penguins?
Well, they're going to be real at heart.
Oh, you had me. I was ready.
We've got our penguin characters walking around. I'll say that. We also have Blues mascot Louie that's going to stop by
Really
at 12
cool.
p.m. to, I think, 2 p.m. I might have that time wrong, but definitely at 12. So he'll be here for a couple of hours. Come and say hi to him and the Blues street team. And then, like you mentioned, the Flux Inferno's fire dancers. This is, I get nervous watching it.
Me too.
Anything with fire and throwing it around your body. I mean, it's really impressive what they can do and somehow make it through that hoop.
How close are you keeping them to the sculptors?
So let's see. They're going to be it's a good point. They will be at the Tivoli parking lot. So they'll be at least a little bit away from the sculptures on the block. But, fire and ice, it's kind of a cool concept.
It really is. And honestly, what would you call that? Would you still call it a splash zone? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I don't know. It might be a spark zone.
I like that one better. Well, and on top of it, who's going to be performing music at the event?
So we'll have a couple of live DJs, and then actually there's going to be a live band the night before the Ice Carnival. Mixtapes will be playing at the Snowball. Now, this is an event by the Moonrise Hotel. So if you are looking to make a weekend out of this, event, we've got an event Friday night, which is the Snowball. Mixtapes will be there. There's going to be, the dress code is icy white, and they will actually crown the Ice King and Ice Queen for best dressed. There's no ticket price for this one either, a la carte food and drinks, but welcome to everyone. And then
that's really cool.
It is. It's going to be a great event. They also have some just great features and food and prizes for these king and queen crownings. So you can stay the night, and then the next day will be the Ice Carnival. We'll have some DJs, and we'll also have multiple locations will be playing the drone show music for the show. So we've got a VIP area on the rooftop of the Moonrise Hotel.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. Mm-hmm. If you're a guest there, you automatically get up to that event.
Can the public buy it? Oh, no way.
Yes. We sold out yesterday for our VIP drone show tickets.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, very exciting. This year, the tickets include a Delmar Loop beanie hat. So if you weren't able to get a ticket this year, I think we're going to work on starting a merch site so you can get a Delmar Loop beanie, but that was included in the ticket price. And then if you are a guest at the Moonrise Hotel, you still can get access upstairs for the VIP watch area. So that's another
Wow.
incentive to make a weekend out of it. Um, it's really, there's a lot to do. Hot chocolate bars, we're going to have inflatables. A new thing that we're doing is the kids ice fishing activity. So we've got a game where we've got barrels with a slab of ice over it and the magnetic fishing
Oh,
game.
I love it.
So
Okay.
you can fish, and if you get a fish, you win a prize depending on what color that fish is. So we're going to be having some fun with that. It looks really good. We worked on this with Full Spectrum Ice again to develop the concept, and it's just another fun thing that we can associate with ice and provide a carnival game essentially.
Well, and see, this is where I get nervous here because I always want to do those street team games, like the slap shot game the Blues are going to be bringing in.
Mhm.
But I'm dangerous when it comes to that because I get overconfident and I think that, here it comes, I'm going to show them who I am. I'm getting signed tomorrow and then somebody's window's getting put out.
It's almost like Top Golf where you have to stay within the lines.
It's CJ
You've
proof.
got to aim.
It's CJ proof. So there's no way that I can cause any
That's
destruction.
right.
Good. I'm in. I'm definitely in now.
We'll make sure that everyone stays safe. Don't worry.
Well, and see, that's what I think's really cool too. Getting not to get so serious on you, but the collaboration on this from with what you guys have with Moonrise and all the other businesses in that district. But on top of that, it seems like public safety really collaborating hard on this because with event for all ages, the safety aspect for all ages comes into play, and it seems like you guys really do watch everything and tick all the boxes.
We do. We have security on site throughout the entire day, police officers and private security guards. We have plans for, lost children. Meet at Moonrise Hotel. A security officer will stay with your child until we find you, etc. We try to think about anything that could possibly happen, but honestly, we've never had any issues. And I do want to mention, this is a good time to mention, over the past year, our crime in the Delmar Loop is down over 40%.
Whoa.
And that's due to a lot of collaborative efforts between adding more presence in our security force, working with our partners, working with consultants and the SLPD. So we're really seeing the results and we're excited to share that news. It's just such positive news. For St. Louis.
So I used to run the boards and kind of go on the air with Ray Hartman when he was on KTRS, and we would talk about so to hear 40% of a decrease, that's not just huge, that's massive. I mean, that's a night and day difference.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We're seeing some of the lowest numbers we have in 4 years in certain months, and it's been really incredible. And of course, we're continuing to watch our trends and do more and try to deter as much crime as we possibly can.
It's just so fascinating, though, to hear that because, we always see the events and we see, the photos of all the great things, but it's also great to know the work that goes in, again, with that word collaboration with, different businesses and law enforcement officials to make sure that you guys can obtain all your goals.
That's right. And if we're doing our job, everybody who attends the event is going to have a fantastic time and they won't know anything about what's going on behind the scenes.
I love it. I mean, this is really great, Samantha. And in your time there, what are you guys seeing in 2025? What's that perspective look like? It seems like there's just some excitement here that it's going to be a great year for the Loop in general.
It really is. We're, like I said, we already talked about our crime decreases, but we're expecting, I know of, that's on the horizon that I can't talk about yet.
Dang.
5 businesses that will open up
Whoa.
in the Delmar Loop. So we're seeing a lot of people come back to the Loop, want to start businesses in the Loop. That's what we focus on, is trying to make a community that people really want to come to and have their business in and visit. So there's some really exciting things going on, including some infrastructure improvements that we're just getting started on in a design phase, but we're going to be working on for the next few years, and we'll have more to share on that in the coming months.
Please come on the show and share with us, because I mean, I think growth on your guys' side of the river is growth for our side too. It's always funny because folks go, at first they went, "You're having a lot of St. Louis guests," and I said, "Yeah, because we're 15 minutes away. We're closer to St. Louis than we are to some of the towns in the Madison County area, and the better our neighbors are and the better we are, the better the region is." That's the way I feel.
Absolutely. It takes a team, right?
Right. And with that being said, I really encourage you guys, 18th annual. Now, is the 20th being planned yet? Have we figured out what the big 20s Shaboozey is going to be?
We're starting to think about it, and we always start planning the next event a little bit in advance, but we like to do a retro meeting, like what went well this year, what could we do better, what are the opportunities? And so at that retro meeting, that's when we start coming up with those big grandiose ideas for the year that's coming.
Before I let you go, just a general FAQ for parking and just some of the logistics of, what's the best way and most efficient to get into the ice carnival. What do you suggest for our audience today?
So there's multiple free parking lots. If you know where the U City Farmers Market is in the 6500 block, there's a big parking lot that's free parking behind that building. And on the east side, there's also the Metro lot. That's the ride and share lot that
gotcha.
you're welcome to use. Mm-hmm. Of course, there'll be some street parking as well, but that will fill up quickly. So definitely look at our website at visittheloop.com, because we have a map there that outlines exactly where all of the free parking opportunities are. And it will tell you what's going on throughout the day.
100%. Well, Samantha, thank you so much for stopping by. Always a pleasure chatting with you. And I always tell you 10 to 15 and I take you 20 minutes. So I hope I didn't push you behind for the day, but
it's okay. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. We'll take a quick break at 9:33. A little bit of change. More Daily Show comes our way next right after this on RiverBender.com.